It's impossible. You know, 99% of the people that I've trained in face aerobics, and that's been a lot of people over the years, cannot flare the nostrils of their nose. So what I'm going to do today is help you discover how to flare the nostrils of your nose. Now, don't be so disheartened when you find out that you can't do it initially, because as I said, 99% of the people that try to flare the nostrils of their nose cannot do it. I'm going to show you how to do it exactly right. So before we do this, I want to show you some before and afters of what my nose looked like when I first started facial exercise. So here's a picture of me when I was 47, when I was 50. So I started facial exercising when I was 50. That was when I was 47, of course, and my nose was in very good shape. It hadn't started changing shape through aging, nothing had happened to it. But only 3 years later, my nose started making drastic changes to the shape of it, and I started getting a little bit upset, and it was just before I started facial exercise. And what happened was my nose started going in a triangle shape, and it started getting quite big and blocky is what it started looking like. But then when I started facial exercise, my nose started changing again. I'll never ever need to have a nose job because of facial exercise. But you can see as I started facial exercising, you can see how my nose started going back to normal again. So let's say 9 years later, my nose now is in a very good shape for what it is for a woman my age. Now, this will happen for you as well. Once you start facial exercising, you will keep your face in the shape that it was when you were younger. Now, to think that I'm a 60-year-old woman, or coming up to be a 60-year-old woman, is quite remarkable for the lifestyle that I've actually led. So I haven't lived a pristine lifestyle. I smoked 40 years of my life. I had drank alcohol for a long time. You would think that that would have damaged my face in some way. And of course it has. But if I hadn't had facial exercise to help me, it would be in much worse condition, as would my nose. Now, I'm going to show you first how to do this. So what I want to show you is my beautiful, handsome Dorian. Now, Dorian's been with me for about, I think about 6 years now, and he's very handsome, isn't he? The muscles that you're going to be using to flare your nostrils are the corrugator muscles, which are here, very strong muscles these are. These are your frowning muscles. Your procerus, the nasalis, the levator muscles, which are on the side, and the depressor septi muscle. Now, the nose is made up of cartilage, it's made up of muscle, and it's made up of bone. And the cartilage in some way can be malleable, but it usually doesn't change as much as the muscles do. Because when you exercise the muscles on your face, like you exercise the muscles on your body, they start to grow. And as they grow, they pull everything back in shape again the way that it should be. So what I'm going to show you first is how not to do it, and then how to do it correctly. So let's have a look on how not to do it. When you do this exercise, you place your finger on the tip of your nose and the other fingers holding the cartilage a little bit. And that's so you don't get a crease along the top part of your nose here. And also you can lean your finger, your knuckle, up against the procerus, so you're not frowning as much, and you're holding back that wrinkle when you frown. So how not to do it? Like this. All that is doing is opening your mouth and pushing your lips down. That's all that's doing. It's not actually exercising the procerus, the corrugator, the nasalis, the levators, and the depressor septi. So what you actually do is you do not activate the lips. You have to concentrate the exercise ending right here. When the exercise ends here, there's a big difference, and you'll see. So you'll see that I'm not actually moving my lips at all. And the only activation of my lips is from this tiny little depressor septi muscle that's just situated under your nose. So do it with me first, without holding your nose or anything with your fingers. Just do it with me first. And what will be happening is that you will activate this exercise from your corrugator, then your procerus, then it will move down to your nasalis. When the nasalis press down, it will press down the levator muscles. And then what you do is consciously just press this muscle here, very tiny little muscle. Now we're pushing downwards, We're not going upwards like this, because we sort of get confused. People get confused which way their muscles are actually going, but we're actually pushing them down. So just do it with me quickly before you go. Just give it a go so you're with me and I can show you how to do it. And as you mimic me doing it, then you can leave the video and then you can go and practice how to do it. So what you simply do is hold your finger to the tip of your nose. Just hold it gently and then just squeeze the top of it together and flare the nostrils. Okay, again, not like this. Just think about initiating from here and pushing down and finishing off in this area here. And all you do is focus on this one little area around here. We're not focusing on any other muscles of your face, just those few muscles. And when you do it, you can either breathe through your nose because you're not closing your nose off like this. You've got it at the top, or you can breathe through your mouth. Doesn't matter which way you do it. And again, you can see that I'm holding that middle wrinkle back so that I'm not frowning. So have you got it? Do you know what you're doing with it? Now next week, I'm going to do another theme, a nose exercise theme, on how to shape your nose. So there is ways to shape your nose. So next week, I will teach you how to do that. So if you've got a flat nose, I can show you how to shape it inwards and make it a thinner nose. If you've got a thin nose, I can show you how to shape it outwards. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, because when you do next week, you'll get that video in your newsfeed and it will come up. And when you do subscribe, click that bell and then click the like button as well. And that would be fantastic and you'll get all the information. Look, thank you so much for coming by today and having a look at the video. It's so exciting. I really want to thank you for that. Hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Take back what's been stolen from me, little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.